Hi guys, Even Central here and welcome back to another video, and today we are going to be watching the new Flux trailer. Yes, we're going to be watching the new Flux trailer that's come out, and then I'm going to look through it, analyse it a little bit, give my thoughts and opinions on it. So first of all, let's just give it a quick watch. Okay, so got the doctor doing some random thing.
Who are you? I'm the doctor.
Okay.
This is Yaz. This is Dan.
Yaz in some sort of suit. Sontaran ships clearly there.
Why don't
This
I know about
new
this?
villain.
And who else does?
Nice. So yeah, I'll go through this. Is quite cool. Oh, the Sontaran and the Sontaran design looks really good this season, and the Ood. Yeah, this is great.
Maybe broke that to you a little bit more gently.
What is that? That's the new character, Vinder, I think he's believed it's called. Who's coming, but he's not very full companion. I don't know.
Stay away from me.
That's interesting. Oh wow, the Sontaran and Ian from me more.
We've got the future to save.
Cyberman.
We don't have any more time.
Yeah, I think that's it. That was 56 seconds of, and that was pretty impressive actually. So we're just gonna slow it down a little bit just so we can have a little look at this. So at first I noticed we've got the Doctor using a sonic of some sort. I'll just mute that actually, just so that you don't have to listen to anything really. But yeah, interesting. Then we have this woman who I don't really know who she is, but she seems to be in some sort of graveyard type thing, possibly the Weeping Angels, saying it's happening again. So maybe Weeping Angels. This woman's. I assume this must be some sort of, maybe they land in a town or city or something at some point. That looks very 19th century, which links in. Then Dan seems he's stuck. Then these are the Sontaran ships that I paused and mentioned. Yeah, it seems that somehow maybe the Sontarans are working in Earth or something. They've got invisible technology again, because that looks like a very Liverpool area. But obviously, you've got your Sontaran ships here. Then moving a bit on, we have this now, and that's not really a great shot of him. But from this one, it kind of looks like the monster that we see a bit later. I'm just going to skip up to and then jump back. It looks like this one of these guys, aliens, which a lot of people have been saying it might be the Crispy Master or the Master that Jeffrey Beaver portrays in Keeper of Traken and Peter Pratt in the Deadly Assassin. I don't think so. It looks okay. It looked kind of like a better version of the Red Skull from Marvel. But yeah, it's probably not the Master or a Time Lord like some people are thinking. Although he does say our final fight has begun, but still, I think that could be because he's a recurring villain within this series rather than him being the Master. Then we just see the Doctor then kind of in the TARDIS. Not really too much happening here. Then this TARDIS scene, which I can't think there's. I don't think there's. I've seen this once or twice before. Can't see anything, that points out. There's just too blurry. Then we've got this bloke here. It seems like some sort of wartime, possibly 1912, just on the eve, on like the end, just the eve of World War One, possibly, because this kind of looks like a fine Edwardian manor, a bit like in the Black Orchid and stuff like that. I hope this could be maybe the setting for the Weeping Angel one. This woman, I think a lot of people think she might be within the first episode. A lot of people have said that she was spotted in Cardiff filming. I mean, not Cardiff, but Liverpool. Sorry, not Cardiff. And yeah, and she might be in the Liverpool-based episode where they meet Dan. Now, this boy here, a couple of people I know have said that he looks like possibly like a redesign of the ones from Terminus. I don't think so. Possibly maybe the Cheetah people making a return, but I don't really know about that one from Survival. But yeah, I think the prosthetics in this one's really cool, actually, just looking at the prosthetics of him. But yeah, he looks quite cool. Then you've got this guy, and I honestly hope this guy is a unit soldier. I think there's I mean the kind of like green, dark green kind of looks very unit soldier, and I hope it is. Though I think maybe the red indicates maybe like a Russian soldier, possibly. Yeah, and then we have this, which there's obviously a Centauran here, and then on the horse, you've got this great, and I'd argue one of the best Centauran outfits of all time. This very battle hardened looking Centauran. I found that with the classic ones, they looked quite good, but obviously the budget restricted them. Though they were great because they looked nitty and gritty and kind of like in a battle with the Rutans. But then the ones in the new series with the blue and stuff, it didn't look like they were in like a battle. But these ones look very war hardened and kind of very very war, but like had a lot of war and against them with the root and stuff. And then the actual face, it looks quite good because it's very faithful to the originals, whilst kind of still being a bit fresh, bit new, which is quite cool. Then we have the Ood. Now, a lot of people are pointing out the Ood's eyes are different, which I like because I think the Ood's in the Ood's like original design looks good, but the eyes are always a bit off-putting, and you get a better shot here. I think this Ood might just be a bit of a one-off character. A lot of people said Vinder. He might be part of with Vinder, the new character that comes up a bit later on. I'm not sure, but he does kind of look like one of those characters like who just kind of one-off. Now we just kind of have the Doctor on this green planet, and now they kind of cut to this green planet quite a lot, and it's just Doctor and Yaz here. So I think this might be a very first episode, maybe straight into the action, but before the actual meat of the story starts. So maybe just like a one-off adventure, just to show that yes, they've still been traveling since Revolution of the Daleks. Yeah, and then you've got these drones in the back. Now this one's just a bit of a view of it. This is definitely just a running down the hallway shot. Yeah, it's very, and that blue, I must admit, we go back to it. This kind of bolt, it might be a bit hard to see there, but that definitely looked kind of Cybermen bolt-like, so it might be early on. Then we have these two figures here who, not really sure who they are, but they seem quite important because they appear a lot. Now this scene again looks kind of maybe the beginning of the Weeping Angels one, and it says, and Dan says maybe we should have broke that to you a bit more gently, possibly suggesting something wrong with the Doctor, and because Yaz quite likes the Doctor in terms of a friendship, they seem to have a good bond or whatever. So maybe something wrong because she reacts quite surprised. And now this is some sort of something, I don't know what it is, some sort of darkness, and it looks kind of like some swarm of something going over the Earth, which is quite cool, actually. Now this is Vinder, who I said the Ood might belong to, just because keep him company or something, because we don't really know what Vinder's about at the moment. But he feels to me one of those kind of characters who appears out of the blue, seems to be a bit of an annoyance for the Doctor, but then ends up kind of helping her out. But I'm not sure. Then you obviously have your kind of it's coming kind of thing. And then we got another shot of the green in the green planet. Then a bit of a be ready. And then we got this bit where the final fight has begun. Now, a lot of reason because they say the final fight has begun, a lot of people speculated that it's the Master. It's a good idea, but I don't think it is. Now, this isn't a thing. We've got these kind of creepy aliens here by Vinder. They looks like maybe the I forgot the name of them, but the Ravagers. That's it. That the Doctor mentioned in the Flux original teaser like glitch thing. Now this is the female one of that species that they've kind of done, because there's two main ones, this one, and then they've got back to these people, so this guy and the girl, who a lot of people have theorized are the actual aliens, and these kind of like this is like we're going to see bits of their past and then what they become. I'm not sure. It sounds like an interesting idea though. And then, one epic story, Now, this is a great CGI shot. All of the British soldiers versus all of the Centauran troops. And because this is the Crimean War, a lot of people actually believe this might be the Battle of the Charge of the Light Brigade. Sorry, but because it's famous where the British completely flopped. They got completely outmanned by the Russians. So it would make sense because the Sontarans would completely and utterly destroy the British cavalry in this if especially this this Britain is not even modern day. So then we got another one of this girl who's a lot of people are pointing out it's quite blatantly green screened. But still interesting character. Now this guy, don't know what he is, but we do know he's in the Weeping Angel episode. And now I know this isn't much to go on, but this does kind of look behind Jodie's doctor, quite an older house. So we might do one which would be quite nice. Is maybe she's there in modern day, and she gets zapped back to the 19th century or the 20th century, early 20th century, maybe late 19th century, and we see a perspective where she's at back and Dan and Yaz aren't. So Dan tells Yaz that she's disappeared. Yaz is quite worried because the Doctor's TARDIS is not there, and the Doctor has to somehow try and communicate to them in similar ways that they did in Blink, how to pilot the TARDIS and trying to stop the Weeping Angels from taking anyone else. That'd be quite good because it'd be Doctor Light and the Doctor's a main focus as well. Then we've got Yaz in this kind of old Victorian costume, which I think will be again the Weeping Angel episode. Now we have the Cybermen, and the Cybermen are in this one. A lot of people think this is just a very trailer fodder picture, kind of, think Good Man Goes to War, where they kind of go, oh yes, this would be great. We put the Good Man Goes to War bit in the trailers where the Rory blows up and the Doctor blow up all these ships and the Cybermen are in it, and we get all these people in because we've got the Weeping Angel, the Sontarans, the Cybermen. But I think because they were quite recently in the Times of Children, I think this might either be a bit of a one-off, like the Good Man Goes to War when they're in it for a little bit and then they're not the focus of the story, or some sort of, something else. Now we have this quite morbid shot of dead soldiers. Again, I think Battle of the Charge of the Light Brigade. Now, Dan falling down somewhere. The Doctor, I know a lot of people think this scene is her in the barrier. She's gone through the barrier to find where she's actually from, which would be interesting. Then we've got this quite scared shot of Yaz, who's also there. And we have this one. Now, if I just bump it back a bit, a lot of people think that's the Doctor. That's maybe possibly Mary C. Cole because she was in the Crimean War, and then just in general, watching all of the Sontaran ships get absolutely destroyed.